Hey guys, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Carlos.
And in case you guys didn't already know, we're planning a trip around the world.
Around the world. And welcome back. We're here for video number 9. Today, we're going to be discussing money. We're talking about the dollar bills, y'all. We're talking about Benjis. We're talking about clams. We're talking about dinero. We're talking about billete. We're talking about peso.
So if you recall, we actually covered money in a previous video, week number 3, and that was actually about how you can budget and save for a around the world trip. But in this week's video, video number 9, we're actually going to talk about how you can access funds and get cash and how to handle it while you're abroad.
Because you can't handle it. So, you're probably wondering, like, money, it's an easy thing, right? You put it in your wallet and you pay for things with it. Not so fast. Doesn't come that easy in a different country. Because, like, you have to exchange your money, right? So you come into a country with your US dollars, but they don't sell things in US dollars. They sell it in Colombian pesos or euros or yen or whatever.
Or souls or
Those.
pounds.
Yep. So what you have to do is you have to get it converted. Get yourself a good app for exchange rates. That way you can go up to the teller, they'll give you the exchange rate and tell you how much, your money is going to be converted into, and then you can plug it into the app and see whether you're getting a good deal or not, and then from there you can decide whether you want to test your luck at another exchange shop or if you're just okay with that one. They'll charge like a $20 fee just to like exchange the money, and then they'll exchange the money at an exchange rate that's not as good as the actual exchange rate, and you end up throwing away a lot of money.
True.
So what we went out and did is we got an account through Charles Schwab, and it's an amazing account. It's the best account. It actually was the best one that we could find.
The most about accounts because we are the accountant, money banker people.
Nobody knows money more than we do.
That is right there.
Right there. So Charles Schwab. So what they do is they offer a checking account where you can access your funds at any ATM machine across the world.
ATM machine is a little repetitive because M does mean machine.
You can get money at any ATM across the globe. If the machine charges you a fee in order to access the funds, Charles Schwab actually reimburses you for that fee.
At the end of the month.
At the end of every month.
And they also don't charge you to use the ATM.
Right.
So all ATM fees are reimbursed or not existent.
Right. So they're not charging you money to access your own money, which has always bothered the crap out of both of us. Like, I can't, even here in the States, I hate going to a machine that wants to charge me $3.50 to get my own money, and then by the time that fee comes, or by the time that withdrawal comes back to my bank, then my bank wants to charge me another $2.50 for that same money. And so now I'm paying $6 for my money
just to access it in a convenient place.
It drives me crazy. And I have a couple friends out there that know this, and they're probably laughing right now because they're like, yeah, Carlos would never do that. Like, I'd have to borrow money to Carlos, and Carlos would pay me back because he didn't want to pay that fee. I still don't want to pay that fee, and I will not pay that fee because it's not cool. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to get off my soapbox now.
So anyway, with Charles Schwab, it's a really great account. You have to open the banking account with a high yield brokerage account, but it's actually $0 minimum to open either one of them, and you don't even need to use the brokerage account. It just goes together with the checking account. There's no minimum to open it. It's a really great investment. I think it's going to be really helpful to us once we're overseas and we're able to access money freely without paying exorbitant fees.
Another thing that a lot of people forget is that if you want to use your credit card to pay for things, you're going to get like a 3% foreign transaction fee. So now instead of paying like $100 for something, you're paying $103 for that very same thing just because you're in a different country. That makes no sense. That's crazy. Again, I will not stand for it. I'm back on my soapbox. So what we got was the Chase Sapphire card. And with the Chase Sapphire card, you get no foreign transaction fees. And you get 2 times the points on any travel purchases. So when you're buying plane tickets, train tickets, staying at a hotel or hostel, you're getting 2 times the points on all of that. So, you know, every little bit counts.
So remember, before you make any international purchases, even if you're still in the USA, make sure that you apply for some sort of credit card or some way that you're able to purchase things with a 0% foreign transaction fee, or else you're going to get hit with unnecessary charges. Usually it's around 3%, so it's just adding 3% of something that you can get for free. So just make sure you look into some sort of form of payment that you can do without any foreign transaction fees involved.
And I know 3% doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're like us and you're going to be gone for 9 months, paying for everything on credit card or cash, every little bit counts. So if you're just throwing away 3% on credit card transactions and you're throwing away $20 so that you can convert those $100 into, you know, probably like $3 million in Peru or something like that, like it's gonna add up.
Yeah, everything adds up. So just make sure before you're spending any money for your trip, you know exactly what you're paying for. I mean, do that anyway. Always do that.
It pays to know what you're paying
Oh.
for.
Oh.
That was good.
So basically, in summary, we are planning to A, take out money with our Charles Schwab ATM cards if we need to have cash, and B, if we're going to make purchases on credit card, which hopefully the majority is on credit card because A, we get points, and B, we don't have to carry around any unnecessary cash. We'll be doing that with the Chase Sapphire card. So if you guys want to look into more information about either opening a Charles Schwab account or opening a Chase Sapphire credit card, we'll go ahead and put the links down in the description so that you can read up more about each of those things yourself. So the next topic in your head, I'm sure, is if I am carrying cash, what do I do? How do I handle that situation? I don't want to get robbed. I don't want to draw attention to myself and just take out, you know, hundreds or 50s or whatever foreign currency I have, that just wads of cash. So there's a couple different ways you can handle this. A, the number one thing is if you don't need to carry a lot of cash, just don't. It really depends on what country you're in. Does that country have a lot of credit card machines? You know, do they accept credit cards, or do you have to pay for a majority of your things in cash? Are you making a lot of purchases day to day, or are you not? So just make sure you think about that first to decide how much you need to take out. But when you do need to take out a large amount of cash, a huge tip that we could give you guys, and what we're definitely planning on doing, is A, don't keep all your money in one place. Make sure at least if you're going to be carrying a lot of money, spread it out or put it in some not obvious places. A really good little tutorial I found is a way to keep like a rolled up $100 bill in a little tube of chapstick, like a used chapstick. You just take out the chapstick, wash it out. You can roll a $100 bill in there, and no one would ever know any different that there was cash or chapstick in there. So do something like that. Keep money in your sock. Have a money belt on you. Keep it in different pockets of your backpack. If someone ends up looking in your backpack, hopefully they wouldn't find all of it. Spread it between you and whoever you're traveling with. Just don't keep it all in one place. That's
if you have a safe at the hotel, leave it in the safe and only take with you what you plan on spending.
Or in your locker at your hostel if you don't need to carry around a bunch of cash. Also, have locks in your backpacks and keep a padlock with you if you're going to be staying at hostels, so if they do have lockers, that you can store all your stuff in there safely, including your cash, your ID, your credit cards, everything. They also have a lot of cool products that also help you in hiding your cash while you are international. Something being that I've seen really cool examples of lately is an infinity scarf that actually has a hidden zipper in it where you can stuff things in there. Like I said, it could be your ID, credit card, or cash also, something that people probably wouldn't think to rob off you or to think that there was money hidden inside. So anything that is not very obvious is probably going to be beneficial for you when carrying a lot of money.
Another simple tip is don't put your wallet in your back pocket like you're probably used to doing back home. Keep everything in the front, and just try to remember to do a little spot check every once in a while. Just check the right, check the left, and just make sure that everything that you brought with you is still on you.
And one more tip for mostly the ladies out there is if you have a purse with you, try to bring like a crossbody bag so that you always have it with you. And if you're in a really crowded area and you're scared of pickpocketers potentially targeting you, maybe put your bag in the front and try to get a purse that doesn't have, straps that could be easily cut or that could be yanked off and just ripped easily. Try to get something really sturdy, a chain or, some thick leather, something like that, so that people can't just snip it right off you and run away. Another important thing to remember with money and with everything that you're traveling with is try not to be really flashy in other countries. That makes you a really easy target if you're walking around with your gold watch and your diamond necklace. Leave all that stuff at home because A, you wouldn't want to lose it, and B, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. So even with all of our electronics, you have to be really careful that you don't, put a target on yourself. So before you go out or before you pack your bags, make sure you know what you're bringing and if you'd be willing to lose it, basically.
Don't scare them.
I'm just trying to be real.
Full disclosure, we've never had
a problem.
pickpocketers trying to steal from us or nothing. I think it's because I'm very intimidating. As you can see, it's the beard.
I think we just don't come off as easy targets because we do enact all of these little tips and we think about everything when we're in areas, and Carlos is really good at being aware of our surroundings so that we can stay away from potential
Direction-wise.
So in conclusion, please, 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 for your own benefit, be safe with your money and don't just go trying to waste it by not being smart about exchanging money and getting money out of ATMs and just carrying it carelessly on you.
Yeah, don't throw it away, Michael. You know who you are, Michael. There's a lot of Michaels, but you know who you are.
You think he's going to watch this one?
You better.
Are you watching, Michael?
You better.
Let us know in the comments, eh? So, thank you guys so much for watching our video yet again. We are almost to the day that we leave. It's actually within a month, so it's coming up pretty quickly. But anyway, we'll be back here next week on Monday to talk about our
traveler's insurance.
Yes.
And how we're going to stay alive.
Or at least attempt to stay alive. Or at least have some coverage to, help us stay alive.
Right.
And, recoup some money if we, get a flight canceled or our bags go missing or something like that.
Or if we have to be airlifted out of a mountain.
Yeah, so covering for a multitude of things and why it's important. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be really important. We're going to cover a lot of cool stuff. And we'll see you guys then.
Deuces. Stop that. I think you like them.
I do.